Hey everyone, and welcome back to Liz Sews. I thought I'd do something just a little bit different this week, and I wanted to do a spotlight highlighting this new Mermaid kit that has come out from Bra Builders. Now, I am not sponsored by Bra Builders. They didn't ask me to do this video, and just because I have it sitting around, I thought it would be nice to do a little bit closer of a look in and see the different things that are included in the kit. So first off, the star of the kit is obviously this beautiful lace here, and this lace is quite generously wide. I measured it and it looks to be 13 inches. So you do get a lot of real estate here, both in the designs and the center portion as well, and the designs are on both sides of this embroidered tool. The center of the embroidered tool is a really nice, pretty, delicate mint, sort of like pistachio color. If you're familiar with Emerald Erin, this is very similar to her pistachio bra tool color. The green color does not show up very well underneath the skin, as you can see here. And when I combine it with the fabrics here, the green sort of goes away, but it is a nice thing to see there. As I make this for myself in the future, I might play around a bit with the colors to see if I can't bring out this green a little bit more, maybe by doing multiple layers of tulle in the cup so that you get to see more of that green color, because I think it's really, really pretty. The embroidery on here is relatively flat, so not very dense. It's not going to be difficult to cut or sew over. That makes it really, really nice for bra making. And the embroidery design itself, let me measure that. The embroidery design itself is about 3 inches long. So 3 inches here, 3 inches here. So that gives you an idea of how you might be able to use that lace. So in addition to this lace, I have this really gorgeous seashell trinket that you can add to the bridge of your bra. It has these like iridescent sparkly gemstones in it, and it definitely makes this into the mermaid bra. Really, really pretty detail. And then the color that she's chosen to go with for this, I'm not sure the name of this color yet, but it's really pretty. It's a very summery blue, and I have it here in a range of different fabric options. Now, if you purchase this kit, you won't necessarily get all of these fabrics. It just depends on what you choose to have in your kit. So the first option here is sheer cup lining. This is the material that I use most frequently in my bras, is the sheer cup lining. I'll use this in my cups and my frame and my cradle. I like it for sort of lower sized bust. It has enough support for me, but it's really thin, doesn't add a lot of bulk and stuff like that. If you have a larger bust size, you might want to try doubling up the sheer cup lining if you like that sheer look, but you want a little bit additional support. So here's what the sheer cup lining looks like. We also have some micro duoplex to look at. So it does take, the color on the micro duoplex looks a little bit lighter than the sheer cup lining. I find that the sheer cup lining takes color really well, and it always looks really intense. But then of course it's such a sheer fabric that you don't really see the color very much once it puts it on your skin. So the micro duoplex here has a really nice, soft, wonderful sort of beachy blue color. And as I had mentioned, you likely won't get both of these fabrics in the kit. It's just whatever you pick to have with your kit. And then the last fabric I had to show is the back band, our power net material. And I believe this is the medium weight, but I am assuming that the heavy weight takes up the dye in the same manner. So those are the different materials and how they look with the dye. And we also have the findings that we can see here. So I have Pico edged elastic, some underwire channeling, and some strapping elastics. You get an idea of what that color looks like with those different elastics. This color is a very close match to the upper embroidery on the cups here. So I think that's where she has taken her inspiration from this color to make this other one. I also thought it might be useful to see this blue color compared to some of the other standard blues in her lineup, just so you get an idea. So And also I tend to really love blue, so I have all of them. The first one I wanted to show it up next to, this is River. This is her more true blue color. And you can see River. River's probably a close match to this darker blue motif that's in the lace. So that's what it looks like next to River. This is what Caribbean looks like on here. And so if I had to say what this color is, it kind of feels like a lighter version of Caribbean. So a little bit lighter, a little bit more beachy, whereas this looks a little bit more vibrant and has a little bit more punch in it. So River and Caribbean. I also thought it'd be interesting to compare it to Seafoam. Now, this Seafoam I purchased a while ago when Monica owned the store, so I'm not sure if this is what the Seafoam still looks like. But this is what it looked like when Monica owned the store several years ago. And it was a little bit dustier, a little bit greener of a color. And then the last one I have to compare it to is Sky. So if any of them, I would say it is closest to Sky in terms of color intensity. However, Sky is a little bit more of a true blue, and the color that comes in the kit has a little bit more green into it. But I just thought it would be a nice comparison to see how this color compares to the other blues that are currently in her color lineup. So now that we've looked at that kit in a little bit more detail, I thought you'd like to see a bra sewn up with it. So this is a new pattern that I sort of like worked on this weekend, and I redrafted my Black Beauty bra to be a vertical seam cup like this. And the reason that I chose to go with a vertical seam with this particular kit has to do with the size of the embroidered motif. So as I had said, this is 3 inches tall. For my cup size, there was no way for me to get the motif without like sort of cutting it in half, and I didn't really want to do that. So what I've done is redrafted it as a vertical seam cup so that I could have the motif in all of its glory. I have also gone ahead and used the motif in the bridge as well, and I think it worked out really well to have that sort of like neckline curve up and around. And of course I do have my little shell charm on there. So you can see with this bra made up using the sheer cup lining in the kit, you definitely, like, you can see a little bit of that green hue of the lace, but it definitely pulls much more of that blue color. So it's going to look more like whatever material we'll put in the lining, just because the tulle on this is so sheer and so see-through. So I'm pretty happy with this bra. Hopefully Sue will be happy with it too as I send it off to her. So hopefully this gives you some ideas of how this kit might look when it's sewn up, and some troubleshooting that you might need to go through as you're making or considering making a bra for yourself using this kit. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see everyone next time. Take care.